and he has wanted nothing more than a rematch against Merab Dvalishvili. But be careful what you wish for, because Merab truly is that guy. Listen, he's the better wrestler. He's getting better all the time. But is he going to be a little bit burned out? That is the true risk here. Now,
right, or 35 like this. He's not young guy, and he fight very well and very active. I don't know how he gonna fight next, because Petr Yan he's good, and sometimes some fighter go up, one lost and broke, never come back stronger. You know.
Petr Yan by KO.
You think?
Awesome.
That's plus 1,300, bro.
Wow.
100 would pay $1,400.
1,300? 1,000 and 300?
100 would pay 1,400. Yeah.
I mean, the only way I see Jan beating him is Merab's getting confident in his hands. You know, he damn near knocked out Corey Sandhagen, but he's punching more. He did it with Umar too, where he was, you know, kind of throwing some more combos.
The MMA world is buzzing, and pros are calling this rematch a straight-up mauling waiting to happen.
I think Merab will get it done. I love Petr Yan's style, but Merab's on a different level at the moment. His cardio, his relentless pressure will be too much for Petr Yan.
If you ask me skill for skill and stylistically, the matchup is going to Merab.
Hard one. Petr Yan. He's my old friend, you know. By decision.
This fight is both interesting and highly significant, carrying massive potential for both men. For Merab Dvalishvili, it marks a chance to secure his 4th title defense in just 1 year, a pace that reflects his non-stop offense, relentless cardio, and record-breaking takedown pressure. Merab has consistently proven his dominance, but standing across from him is a fighter he has beaten before, yet someone whose athleticism can't be underestimated. Petr Yan brings sharp footwork, dangerous timing, and a resume stacked with elite competition. This rematch isn't just another fight, it's a battle of evolution, strategy, and legacy.
The work ethic that this man has, the fact that he's willing to go through these amount of training camps, and then just the way that he fights as well. Non-stop offense right from the opening bell. Beautiful takedowns, of course, more takedowns than anyone else in the history of the UFC. Smashed George St. Pierre's record, almost smashed Corey Sandhagen's face in at the end of the 2nd round, putting their hands together. The cardio is relentless, the output is tremendous, the man never stops. And that's what makes him so hard to deal with. Now, Petr Yan, when you look at him on paper, of course, he's on a 3-fight winning streak against some very good opposition. Marcus McGee, Davison Figueiredo, and Song Yadong. And as always in those fights, we saw stellar footwork, beautiful boxing, nice inside foot sweeps, okay?
Michael Bisping broke down the matchup by highlighting what both fighters bring to the octagon. He noted that Petr Yan, being younger and explosive, does pose certain risks for Merab Dvalishvili. But when it comes to actually beating him, Bisping's answer was a clear no. He predicted that because Merab has already defeated Yan once, and because he's metaphorically, systematically, and in every measurable way the superior fighter right now, Merab is likely to beat him again. Bisping believes this rematch sets the stage for Dvalishvili to make history with his 4-title defense in a single year.
He is probably the cleaner boxer on the feet. He's going to have the better footwork, but the momentum, mentally, metaphorically, physically, in any kind of shape or form, is all on the side of Merab Dvalishvili. And he's already beaten him once. He's already proven that he can go out there and beat him once. And I do believe that Merab will beat him once again. I think Petr will have some moments. He's a world-class fighter. He's a former champion. Of course, he's going to land some shots. You can't go in the rain without getting wet. You go in a world title fight against someone like Petr Yan, you're going to get cracked in the face. But will it be enough to beat Merab Dvalishvili? I don't think so. I think Merab makes history. I think he defends the belt 4 times in a calendar year. And I also think he's probably going to be back in the octagon.
With his impressive fighting style and outstanding record, Merab Dvalishvili enters this fight as the clear favorite. However, Daniel Cormier believes we're going to see a number of adjustments from Petr Yan this time. Yan has always been one of the best in the division, and he has spent a long time dreaming of a chance to run it back with Merab. According to Cormier, Yan has the ability to bring real danger into this rematch, using their first fight as a lesson to sharpen his approach. He also outlined how he expects this fight to play out, especially from Merab's side, emphasizing that Merab's pressure, pace, and constant improvement will play a massive role once again.
I think that output needs to remain high, and I think keeping it high, if he has
in fact lost respect and lacks that urgency, it's going to be a problem.
I think that he's gotten better striking, and I believe because his striking has improved, he's not going to shoot as many times.
He wants to show it off?
I think he's gotten better, and I think it'll give him a lot of up and down movements, but I don't know that he needs to shoot as much because his hands are better, right? He landed punches against Sean O'Malley. He landed punches against Umar Nurmagomedov. I just don't know that it benefits him not to be grappling the entire time.
That's a risky game to switch
It's a
something
risky
that
game.
already worked, but I hear your point, and his hands are better, and
Yeah.
he probably is going to want to impress his coach. You're right.
Yeah, he's better in the hands, and there's a chance that he stands more.
Daniel Cormier pointed out that Merab Dvalishvili often likes to stand in front of his opponents to prove a point and impress his coaches, and he believes Merab will do the same against Peter Yan. But Cormier strongly advised him not to stand still for too long, warning that Yan is a master of striking, and any moment of carelessness could cost Merab everything. In Cormier's view, overlooking Yan's skill could ruin Merab's chance to secure his 4th title defense in a single year, a milestone Cormier described as one of the greatest achievements in UFC history.
To stand more, because every moment you're standing with Yan, he's a super high-level boxer, master of sport. You know when we hear master of sport, you and I, in wrestling, judo, grappling, you're like, this dude's the real deal. Petr Yan's master of sport in boxing. He's a tremendous hand specialist. He needs to be keeping him on his back foot, trying to take him down. If Merab wins this fight, this will be, let me tell you some of my sports knowledge here. In tennis, right? If you win 4 of the major events, they call it the Grand Slam.
All right.
What are we calling this if Merab wins on Saturday? It'll be the first time in history that a UFC fighter has walked to the octagon as the champion and defended that belt every single time. It doesn't matter if he was like fighting for the title in January.
Merab Dvalishvili now stands as a fighter who consistently backs up everything he says. And this rematch with Peter Yan is viewed as another opportunity for him to prove his dominance. But his longtime rival sees things differently. Umar Nurmagomedov broke down Merab's previous performances, first in their original fight, then against Corey Sandhagen, and raised serious concerns. In his analysis, there are key areas where Peter Yan can capitalize and create real problems for Merab. According to him, Merab can only maul him if he avoids getting caught and knocked out.
From last fight with Petr Yan, Merab become much better.
Yeah, I agree.
And last fight with Corey Sandhagen show it. He gonna wrestle all night, you know, and it's a very big trouble for Petr Yan. He don't have good defense, but he have good arms. You know, he can like do TKO, but if it's not gonna be TKO, I think Merab gonna maul him.
Despite all the analysis, many in the MMA world remain skeptical that Peter Yan can truly become champion. Max Holloway, breaking down the fight, highlighted Merab Dvalishvili's fighting style and shared how he expects the rematch to play out. Holloway asserted that Merab will perform at the top of his game, and unless something extraordinary happens, he is likely to dominate and maul Peter Yan once again. At the same time, Holloway pointed out one factor that could give Yan a slim chance at victory, although he called it a rare scenario to actually see unfold.
I think Merab does what Merab does. He gets in. He's going to get in Peter Yan's face. It's going to be a hell of a fight. He's just going to be gas, unless Peter can catch him with something, bro. This is MMA, bro. Anybody can catch anyone. Peter Yan can fight Merab's chin. We might see a new champion, but Merab's cardio and tenacity and just him, that forward pressure, bro, it's just so annoying, man. I guarantee it's so annoying of someone shooting so much time. And he's not just shooting, bro. Like, what you guys don't see, like, he's coming off of the shots, off the failed shots, and punching. Like, you guys, like, for defensive guys, yeah, we want to punch and make them pay back too, but we're still thinking of like, oh man, he might shoot again. So you don't want to be like, okay, I'm gonna strike here, boom, boom, he's back on your legs.
Giving his final predictions, Max Holloway made it clear that there's nothing to bet against Merab Dvalishvili. He sees a decisive victory for Merab, noting that the relentless pressure Merab brings is extremely difficult for anyone in MMA to handle. Holloway predicts Merab will win the fight, solidifying his stance that Dvalishvili will make history by becoming a 4-time champion in a single year.
I hope he does history. I hope he makes history, being the first champion. I believe he's going to be the first champion to defend his belt in a year, a calendar year, 4 times, which is ridiculous. And I think if he does do that, if he's successful, I think he's gonna be the only champion that did that for a while. So I'm going Merab in this one. Should be a fun fight. I think Merab is just for pressure, just too much for a lot of people. So we're going Merab, guys.
While the list of people expecting a Merab victory continues to grow, one fighter has stepped forward with a very different take. Renato Moicano not only predicts a Petr Yan victory, but he also believes it will come by TKO. Although many think Yan will not be able to handle Merab's relentless pressure, Moicano argues that Yan has a legitimate chance to knock him out. The only way to beat Merab is to choke him out or knock him out. And Moicano believes Petr Yan is capable of doing exactly that.
Petr Yan by KO.
You think?
Awesome.
That's plus 1,300, bro.
Wow.
100 would pay $1,400.
1,300? 1,000 and 300?
100 would pay 1,400. Yeah.
Sean O'Malley also shared his thoughts on the rematch. He emphasized that Petr Yan has a plan to beat Merab Dvalishvili, that MMA is inherently unpredictable and things can change in an instant. While he admitted that Merab has the upper hand, O'Malley believes that if Yan executes the right approach and sticks to his strategy, he has a real chance to win the fight.
Beating him is Merab's getting confident in his hands. He damn near knocked out Corey Sandhagen, but he's punching more. He did it with Umar too, where he was, kind of throwing some more combos, and he did it with Corey. Peter's someone you got to be careful with, like keeping your chin up, because he'll capitalize. He's got such good counters. He's fast. He'll sit in the pocket. He'll trade. But Merab's just, he's got, I think his fight IQ is smarter than his regular IQ, and he's got a good fight IQ. So I think he's gonna go up. I don't think he's gonna necessarily sit and try to trade with him, but you never know.
Demetrius Johnson also shared his analysis of the rematch, highlighting what Petr Yan would need to do to overcome Merab Dvalishvili. He emphasized that Yan's timing and precision will be crucial, as landing clean, well-timed strikes during Merab's brief openings could make all the difference. Johnson noted that Yan must avoid getting caught in Merab's relentless grappling, maintaining strong distance and defending against takedowns to prevent Merab from controlling the fight. He also stressed the importance of controlled aggression, warning that recklessness against Merab's non-stop pressure could be disastrous.
You gotta make him make a bad decision and capitalize on that bad decision that he made. That's the biggest key to victory for Petr Yan. Key to victory number 2, you gotta let your hands go. You gotta let your hands go, because if you don't, he's gonna be able to get underneath you and get a takedown and be able to smother you and make it look like the first time they fought. Key to victory number 3, he's got to do everything he can to win the grappling exchange, and that's going to be hard, because I'm going to elaborate a little bit more on that key to victory number 3. But you got to do everything you can to defend that takedown.
When highlighting Merab Dvalishvili's keys to victory, Demetrius Johnson emphasized that all Merab really needs to do is to dictate the pace of the fight and navigate it on his terms. By controlling the center of the octagon and imposing his relentless pressure, Merab can force Petr Yan into a reactive role, limiting his opportunities to counter effectively. Johnson noted that Merab's cardio and high-volume offense allow him to maintain constant dominance, making it difficult for Yan to find openings. In his view, if Merab stays disciplined, sticks to his game plan, and controls the flow of the fight, the outcome is likely to favor him, reinforcing why many see him as the favorite heading into the rematch.
After all of that, who do I have winning this fight between Merab Dvalishvili versus Petr Yan? I'm going to go with Merab Dvalishvili, the machine. Now, I know when I said the keys to victory, I gave you only one. It's because Merab knows what he's doing. Like, he says it. He told me off camera and on camera, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to fight. He knows how to navigate a fight. And so that's the only thing he needs to do, is navigate that fight. He's already fought Petr Yan. He's already beat him.
Merab Dvalishvili's approach to this fight is a testament to his growth as a champion. Every time he steps into the octagon, that his relentless pace and pressure are not just gimmicks, they are highly effective weapons that have earned him the reputation as one of the most difficult fighters to face in the UFC. Against Petr Yan, those tools are put to the ultimate test.
There might be individual pieces of his game that don't necessarily strike you and you have an emotional response to. I understand that. Like, he doesn't have like a beautiful game, in certain ways that like Josh Van does, with his combination punching or something like that. Nevertheless, you're just looking at one of the very best to ever do it. I don't think that that's terrible. He tried 50 takedowns on this guy the first time. I don't know. That seems kind of important if you actually like, if what you really like is high level fighting. That's just me speaking out loud. In your co-main event,
Yan is no ordinary opponent. He is fast, technically skilled, and has the ability to punish any misstep. But the thing that separates Merab from many other fighters is his ability to control the fight while adapting on the fly. He reads his opponents, adjusts to their strengths, and keeps them reacting instead of dictating the pace themselves.
If somehow Petr Yan is able to knock him out, like this could go down as one of the greatest comebacks of all time.
No, relax. Come on. Let's not act like Petr Yan wasn't the champion before. He was.
Yeah, but
and he's still been on the tear.
I 100% agree with you. But dude, he got 50-45 controlled, bro. Like you got to look at the stats. If he is able to get a victory over Merab Dvalishvili, bantamweight division is a little tricky, dude. But that could put him up there as one of the greats in that weight division.
At the same time, the rematch with Yan adds an extra layer of intrigue. Yan has had time to study Merab's previous performances and craft a strategy of his own. His timing, counter-striking, and technical precision are dangerous, and any lapse from Merab could be costly. That's why this fight isn't just about who has the better skill set, it's about who can execute under pressure, the pace, and who can impose their will when it matters most. In short, if Merab can dictate the rhythm of the fight and stick to his strengths, he is poised to make history by securing his 4th title defense in a single year, cementing his place as one of the elite champions in UFC history. But Yan's presence reminds us that in MMA, even the smallest mistake can turn the tide in an instant, making this rematch one of the most eagerly anticipated fights of the year. So, that's it for our final breakdown of Merab Dvalishvili versus Petr Yan 2. Who do you see walking out with the belt? The relentless Merab or the tactical Yan? Drop your predictions in the comments below, hit that like button, and subscribe to Boxism for all the latest fight analysis, news, and hype straight from the MMA world.